guys, it's Lindsay and okay, what is your favorite amusement park treat? That's what I thought, churros! So today we are making my homemade churros with a super simple one-ingredient dulce de leche dipping sauce to go with them. You can even use these as cute little cupcake toppers. I have a whole churro cupcake recipe on my website. So our churro dough is really simple to make, so all we're going to do is add 1 cup of water to a medium saucepan over medium-high heat. In go 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter, 2 tablespoons of white sugar, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And we're just going to bring this mixture to a boil and stir it all together. All right, that looks good. So now what we're going to do is add in 1 cup of all-purpose flour, and we're just going to vigorously stir this in with a wooden spoon until it's nice and incorporated and the mixture forms a ball of dough. And this is going to take about 1 minute. Okay, now we're just going to remove this from the heat so we can let the dough cool just slightly. Then we add 2 eggs, 1 at a time, and just keep stirring. I know the mixture is going to look all weird and clumpy, but I promise just keep on stirring and eventually it's all going to come together. Then we just add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and keep on stirring. Alright, so it's been about 3 to 4 minutes of stirring, and I told you eventually it's going to turn into this nice, thick, smooth, glossy dough. So now I'm just going to transfer this beautiful churro dough into a piping bag fitted with an open star tip. Today I'm using a Wilton 1M, but you can also use an Ateco 824 or even a French tip like the Wilton 4B, just as long as it's got that star shape on top, so it gives it that classic churro look. So just transfer all of your dough to the piping bag and we're ready for the fun part. Now in a small bowl, I'm just going to add about 1 1/2 cups of white sugar with 1 1/2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon and whisk that all together so we can get it ready to roll the churros in once they're fried. Now at this point you have 2 options. You can either bake them or fry them. I'm going to show you how you can bake them, but why when you can fry them. So today I'm going to be frying them up, but if you want to bake them, all you're going to do is pipe your dough right into long strips on a parchment or silicone-lined baking sheet about 1 to 2 inches apart. And you can even pipe on some fun shapes like numbers or letters or even a little heart. Then you just pop these in a preheated 425-degree Fahrenheit oven for about 10 to 12 minutes or until they're nice and golden brown. Then you're immediately just going to toss them in that cinnamon sugar mixture. But I highly recommend frying these things. It gives them that classic fried golden brown outside. It makes them so good. All you're going to do is heat about 2 to 4 inches of oil in a saucepan over medium heat until it reaches about 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Now comes the fun part. You're just going to hold your piping bag straight up and down and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze some dough out, and then just gently slice it off with a pair of clean kitchen scissors or a knife. And just be careful when you're doing this so the oil doesn't splash back up, but you're just going to fry a few of these in the pot for about 2 to 4 minutes, making sure to kind of flip the churros around every so often to make sure all the sides get evenly golden brown. And I'm making little mini 3-inch churros, but you can make them a little bigger or a little smaller if you like. Once they're done frying, we're just going to take a slotted spoon and transfer them from the hot oil to a paper towel-lined plate to drain a little bit. And just repeat the process with the rest of your churro dough. And then while they're still warm, we toss them in my favorite part, that cinnamon sugar coating. And just make sure to serve these when they're nice and warm and fresh. You don't want to leave these till the next day because they will lose that crispy, crunchy texture. Another really fun way to make these is to make little mini churro bites. So just snip off about 1 inch of the dough into the oil, let it fry, and you have these perfectly poppable little mini churro bites. Okay, now you can definitely just stop here and enjoy your nice, warm, cinnamon sugary churros, but if you really want to take these up a notch, you're going to make my super simple 1-ingredient dulce de leche dipping sauce to go with these. So all you're going to need is a can of sweetened condensed milk, so just go ahead and remove the label and put it in a large pot of water. Then we're just going to bring this to a simmer over medium-high heat. Then once it's nice and bubbly, all we do is turn down the heat and let this simmer for about 2 to 2.5 hours. We do no work except flip the can around a few times to make sure it cooks evenly inside. And all the magic happens inside that can. So you can definitely do this the day before if you want to get it all ready for your churros. Then we just remove the can and set it on a cooling rack until it comes to room temperature. You don't want to open the hot can. So once it's nice and cool, go ahead and open it with can opener and look at that ooey gooey amazing dulce de leche. I'm just going to transfer this into a pretty little serving dish so we can get dipping. Look how much fun these turned out. Imagine if you served them at a party or for Cinco de Mayo coming up, everybody would flip. These are so cute. Look at my little churro bites. I think these are my favorite. Perfectly poppable. So there you have my homemade mini churro bites. bites with a one ingredient, super duper simple dulce de leche dipping sauce. All right guys, that was it. How good do these look? We're ready to dig in. Oh yeah. Oh, look at that gooiness. Oh yeah, this is it. That cinnamon sugary crunchy churro dipped in that dulce de leche pairs perfectly. These are so good. It's like being at Disneyland, but only better because I get the whole entire plate of these all to myself. All right guys, I hope you liked the video. Head on over to lindsayandbakes.com for the full written recipe and tons more that I know you're gonna love. And be sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel to be the first to see my all new videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!